from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week, 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should say, touchdown! Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note. And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. To throw is Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Tough adjustments in the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Jalen Johnson, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. On second down, they'll run it here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Here's Fields. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Rashawn Gary. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Fields out to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Fields. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Again, he finds Moore. Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore from 4 yards out. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go again to Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. He's got Tonyan complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 1st down, Fields. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Fields throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing again is Fields. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Hands it off out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Fields. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 21 yards there on 3rd down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Now a handoff running through the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Herbert. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown. Santos now had the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to. And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Robert Tonyan with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 51 yards. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. One play action, Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll drop to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Dobbs from 6 yards away. And the Packers get a bit closer. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Down the numbers. There he goes. 30, 20, 10, 5. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Nixon now from his end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go.
I told my boss, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping the truck, I was messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept